Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today's episode of Roll for Sandwich is sponsored by Wormwood Gaming.
Dude, this guy's farming the sponsors. I love it.
To launch a new Kickstarter today, the Element.
I'm gonna do this someday. I'm gonna farm sponsors like this, which is crazy. I actually have no sponsors at the moment. It feels bad.
Collection, which features several sets of beautiful hard-edged resin dice, along with cherry wood or ebony dice vaults. Check the link in my bio to see how you can get your hands on some of these
those are pretty
awesome
cool.
Dice. All right, and let's kick it off with our roll for bread. 2 fruitcake.
Okay, listen, bro. I want to feel bad for you, but that should have came off the list immediately after last week. Last week, you should have just went, yeah, that was a mistake.
We had pretty much the best case scenario on Monday when we rolled fruitcake with the other things we got.
Oh,
can we do it again?
No.
Can we thread that needle? Maybe even get a better one?
No.
All right, let's roll our main. 2 buck stick. All right, this is venison sausage cut with pork. It's pretty tasty on its own. It was okay in the last sandwich we put it in.
Why does it look like forbidden salami?
Not sure about fruitcake, though. We'll see.
What is that?
All right, next up, let's roll for cheese. 4 provolone. All right.
Okay, it's deer. I have something I need to tell you. When I was younger, when I was like in high school, my friend's family are like very, very redneck. And they have like a place, they have like I don't know if it's like a farm or whatever in Ohio. And they're nuts. That's like this other side of the family. They came to visit one summer, and I happened to also be there. And they brought a bunch of stuff with them. What they brought was deer jerky. And it was like sticks. It wasn't like actual jerky. It was like little round tubes, right? And they brought a big ass Ziploc bag full of them. And I am not gonna lie, dude. Those things were so addicting. I snacked on them. And I felt bad. I felt bad snacking on them. But everyone else was snacking on them too, so I kind of blended in. But I definitely snacked a little hard. Every time like everyone turned around, I was like, whoop. I just took another one. I was like looking around. I was like, oh, no one saw it. We're good. They had a ton, so it wasn't that bad. But I may be over-exaggerating a little bit. But I've never had anything like that ever again. And I've got like what it's like, I guess like traditional jerky, deer jerky, did not taste the same. And I don't know what it is, but I miss it.
All right, well, at least we hit a safer option as far as the cheese is concerned. Let's roll our roughage. 1 lettuce and 2 strawberries. All right, lettuce is fine.
I feel like strawberries is just an L, though.
Do a whole lot here.
Like, you never, strawberries on a sandwich is never going to be good, right?
Cake. Yo, dog, I heard you like fruit. So I've got some fruit to put on your fruit so you can fruit while you fruit. Yay. All right, Wild Magic, be merciful. Here we go. 16 pork floss. Sure, why not? Pork floss. It's pork with all the moisture cooked out of it into a jerky-like state. We've had it on the show before. It's not that bad, but I don't know if it needs to be.
Looks very dry. I mean,
right
I guess he said the moisture's gone.
And last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. 1 ketchup. Well, I don't know what I was hoping for this.
It's an Emong sandwich. Emong's a big ketchup guy.
Let's go ahead and get this sandwich put together. Get our toothpicks in here to hold it together. And let's get it cut in half. Now let's take a look at that cross section. Okay. Well, so far, Christmas is treating me worse than Halloween. But, you know, I haven't tried the sandwich yet, so it could be good.
No.
Let's give it a taste. Yeah, no, it's not good. It's kind of all over the place, texturally.
Like a 2.
And in taste.
Maybe a 1.
I'm not liking it. It's a 1.3 from me today.
Like a 1.
And I'm going to call it, my taste buds got ran over by a reindeer. Thanks again to Wormwood Gaming for sponsoring this episode. I don't blame the dice, I blame my rolls. Have a good...
Imagine sponsoring an episode and then they make that abomination of a sandwich. That is top tier and I love it. Why is he finishing it? Because he's a Chad. He finishes every single sandwich he makes, no matter what. Even if it's the worst, most disgusting thing, he still finishes it. Chad.
Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today's episode of Roll for Sandwich is sponsored by Beware Threads. They have an awesome collection of Dungeons & Dragons themed t-shirts, hoodies, and more. They even just released a new t-shirt for the monk class in D&D. Check my bio for a link to their store page. Today I'm going to be using these green leaf dice that were sent in by a viewer. Thanks. Let's kick things off with our roll for bread. 5 seeded bread.
Seeded?
Got a few slices toasted up today and ready to go.
I'm not a big fan of that
I'm just
bread.
happy it's not fruitcake again. Let's roll for main.
I want to see what the Japanese milk bread was. I've never heard of that.
6 tuna. Today I have this ranch flavored tuna. The last time I used...
Did you say ranch flavored tuna? Is that a thing?
these flavored packets of tuna on the show, everyone was like, it's cat food. Cat food comes in cans too, just like tuna. But this is just tuna. Let's roll for cheese. 3, Colby Jack. After the week I've had,
Colby Jack's fire.
Just fine with this seemingly normal start. Let's hope it continues. All right, let's roll for roughage. 1 lettuce and 7 tomato. We sure have been getting a lot of lettuce lately. I'm not mad about it this time.
Can't get mad at that.
Especially when combined with tomato. Yeah, the tomato is a very welcome addition to this sandwich. We'll add just the slightest amount of tartness and some moisture. Definitely could have done a lot worse. All right, let's roll our wild magic.
It's so hard to see the things on that.
8, dried cilantro. Again, a pretty safe roll. It'll go good with the tomatoes.
Will it?
Would have preferred fresh
I trust you.
cilantro, but I don't have any. And last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. 14, ponzu. Ponzu is essentially soy sauce with some form of citrus. It is salty and bright and pretty delicious. And I think it'll go good with the tuna. All right, let's get our sandwich put together here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it
I
together.
feel like without the tuna, it's actually pretty good. So
Let's
super.
take a look at that cross section.
Anything else?
Not bad. Well, I tell you what, after hitting fruitcake twice this week, I am happy for something different. Let's see how it tastes. All right, okay. Yeah, this is not too bad. The ponzu, the cilantro, the tomato, they all go together nicely. The ranch flavor on that tuna is actually
I don't know how much I want to out myself right now.
Subtle. All in all, not a bad sandwich. Could have used some butter or mayo, something to make it a little less dry. I'm going to give this one an 8.1, and I'm going to call it Merry Fishmas. Thanks again to Beware Threads for sponsoring this episode. I really love this hoodie. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.
I'm going to do it. I don't like soy sauce. I don't think it's good. I'm always very intrigued by the fact that people enjoy it. It's actually, I have the same opinion about steak sauce. Like A1 steak sauce, don't like it either. I'm like, why the f do you guys eat this thing? It just makes it worse. Like, there's so many better options. When I first got Chinese food, when I was a kid, they were like, oh, you gotta eat it this way, you know, put some soy sauce on. I was like, this is gross. You know what they had? Spicy mustard, like extremely spicy mustard / like duck sauce type thing. That like burns people. Like, they're like, that's hot. That's like, for a kid, that's too hot. I loved it. I was like, give me more. I'm sitting like, I'll take more, please. More. But I don't like soy sauce. Soy sauce is kind of...
Hey everybody, good afternoon D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm using these liquid core Christmas dice made for me by Gamer Inc. Thanks. First off, let's roll for bread. 6, Japanese milk bread.
Yes!
Using a couple more slices of our Japanese milk bread that we got from White Wolf Bakery in Clawson, Michigan.
Oh, we have seen that. Never mind.
Next up, let's roll for our main. 8, barbecue jackfruit. Jackfruit is a very large, fibrous fruit, often used as a replacement for pork. This variety came marinated in a barbecue sauce, resembling pulled pork.
That's a fruit?
This will be my first time trying jackfruit, but I'm optimistic. Next up, let's roll for cheese. 3, Colby Jack. There wasn't enough jack in the fruit, apparently. We had to get some in the cheese. No complaints here. Next up, let's roll for roughage.
Wait, is it like one of those alternatives that's actually like better for you? Or is it just like people who are vegan? Oh, it's awful. It smells like death. Oh.
4, avocado, and 8 olives. I am pretty much in the camp where avocado improves everything. So we're off to a pretty good start here.
You want some bigger? No, I think I've had enough hot takes for
We'll add a little bit
day.
of savory flavor and some fat, which might actually help the jackfruit more closely resemble pork. Then we've got our green olives here, which will add salt and some tanginess. So far, I think our sandwich is shaping up pretty well, but we've still got Wild Magic and the D20 sauce roll to get through, so we'll see how we do. Next up, let's roll Wild Magic. 19, fire. Fire is literally fire. We're gonna melt the cheese here. It has been a while since we've rolled fire, and honestly, I think this was a pretty great sandwich to hit that 19 on. With that stringy barbecue texture, having some melted cheese to kind of hold it all together is gonna be good. And last but not least, we've got the D20 sauce roll. 5, Kewpie mayo. Well, since we've already got that barbecue
Didn't have the
sauce
olives, it'd
with
actually
the
be pretty
jackfruit,
good.
It's nice to have something that's
Maybe.
not gonna conflict with that. Let's get our sandwich closed up here best we can.
Cane's mayonnaise, regular Cane's mayonnaise is better than Kewpie mayo.
Get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. All right, well, this is a pretty interesting one, but not too scary. Let's give it a taste.
It actually doesn't look that bad.
All right, from what I can tell, that jackfruit has kind of an artichoke heart type taste and texture, and the barbecue sauce is pretty good. Everything else on the sandwich seems to pair pretty well. I maybe would have chosen pickles instead of olives if I were building this myself. I think this one pretty easily scores a 9.2, and I'm gonna call it the Jack of all trades. If you've ever wanted to see me play D&D, well, tonight is your chance. I'm participating in a holiday-themed one-shot charity stream tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later.
That's cool.
'Twas a good afternoon on
Okay,
D&D
next.
Talk for me to leave lunch up to fickle dice gods. A viewer sent dice the color of honey, and I, your host, hoped that they would be lucky. I rolled for my bread, and I sat and I stared to see a 1 rolled, and that no bread was there. On to the main course, I said with resentment, and 8 on the dice, a jackfruit Christmas present. So I piled that...
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, what? I'm hold
For
on.
me to leave lunch up to fickle dice gods. A viewer sent dice the color of honey, and I, your host, hoped that they would be lucky. I rolled for my bread, and I sat and I stared to see a 1 rolled, and that no bread was there. On to the main course, I said with resentment, and 8 on the dice, a jackfruit Christmas present. So I piled that barbecue mash
Wait, isn't 8? Oh, it's not
dice,
spam.
a jackfruit Christmas present. So I piled that barbecue mash on the plate and wondered if there was still hope for my fate. Onto the cheese, I attempt to be brave. 6 Gruyere, that's been aged in a cave. A delicious and special cheese selection today, sliced with a gift all the way from Norway. But alas, it adds no structural support. Time to roll roughage, I'll be a good sport. Double cucumber, the dice have proclaimed. Mayhaps it'll hold better if I cut it long ways. Though who am I kidding, this one is a mess. I've had it too easy lately, some would suggest. Now on to the wildest
The guy put on a whole ass cucumber.
magics there are. Can it get any worse than it has been so far? Candy cane is the option for 2 on the dice. I'm beginning to think I've been naughty, not nice. With mortar and pestle, we'll crush up our cane and add it to our sandwich and brace for the pain. And last but not least, the D20 sauce roll. A natural one, a most sinister foe. Ketchup it is, I say with a sigh. This sandwich is doomed, the end, it is nigh. So let's futilely stab this food pile with toothpicks. Holding this one together would take more magic than Saint Nick. We'll cut it in half, a gruesome bisection. Let's take a look at this awful cross-section. Abandon all hope, O great sandwich master, for this one is sure to taste of disaster. I don't have to tell you this sandwich ain't it. A nightmare of texture and that clashing mint. Just one final bite of this sandwich abysmal. I probably should chase it with some Pepto-Bismol. If ever a sandwich deserved to be low, it's this no-bread monster that's earned a 0. Deserving a name that is true to its mischief, I call this one the Nightmare Before Christmas. These naughty dice I'm feeding to Earl, let's hope this sandwich does not make me hurl. That's all for this season of Roll for Sandwich. I'll see you this new year when I'm back on my And now that that's over, I wish you good day, and to you and all yours, happy holidays.
Why? Why did that happen? That was the worst one ever. Why?